What if in space, for our radio frequencies, we used a system of banded tethers? Does that make sense? So you put the system in space and they basically attach one onto another, but they're banded together and they're tethered together to create a signal enhancement. So the signal's design is to come off of it and go through it like this, maintaining the waveform from itself. A little solar powered device, probably, 2.5 feet across, so it's protected, that has a heat shield on the backside that just wants to basically float, that can use minor amounts of energy to blow itself back into the orbit where it needs to with like a high powered fan, because even though there's no pressure in space, you can still move in space by pulling yourself through space. So if you pull the air through you, then you will go forward in the direction that you're looking to go. So then they can sit around the Earth, and then they can increase the bandwidth, but they're so small that they, even if they get wiped out or something happens to them, you can easily replace them. So where you have them, you just create a hover unit, goes out and inspects them, so it jumps from this one to this one to this one and constantly updates them. And so while you're out in space, you basically got a grid that you're creating, and then your bandwidth between your grid there gets furred out as you go, and it's on a small level, so that way you're the only one accessing it, because it's limited to the construct. So only certain bandwidths can go through, and then you optimize those bandwidths to yourself. So who cares if somebody tries to use it, their bandwidth won't work.